Alright, my last video I put up about this nib right here, and someone said use some methyl ethyl ketone to remove it, or MEK. I do have that stuff, and someone told me this before. Use some really thin, like the Tamiya extra thin. I'm going to use some Ambroid Pro Weld, and we're going to see if that takes that little nib right off there. I bet it does. Okay, and I'm going to try to do this. Oh, can't do it on camera. Yep, there we go. Left-handed bottle unscrew.
Talented.
Yep. So we take that and touch it right on that little nib. And boy, this stuff is strong smelling. And yeah, it discolored the plastic, but yeah, it did it. Probably because there was a little paint residue left on it from something else. But it is removing those nibs, okay, where sanding couldn't. And it's leaving some markage on the plastic, which I don't like. So I might not do this in the future. We'll see. I'm going to let that dry up and see what it does completely. But I'm not liking what it does. Anyhow, I'm working on the torso. Got the center part of the torso cut free. It doesn't look like the torso is overly complicated. In fact, I only have 3 pages of assembly left. I'm on page 14. And then we're going to be doing, I think I'll do oil paints before I do the decals. I'm going to do oil paints to emphasize the seam lines on this. And then I'm going to do the decals because the oil paints take a while to dry. So I won't be doing decals this week. Alright, be back in a bit. Okay folks, we're working on the Zaku here. Here's the body. And I want to make a couple of comments real quick. These 2 little pieces right here, I lost them repeatedly. Every time I'm trying to clean them up to fit them in there, they go zinging across the room. And the carpet monster tried to eat them. I even got out the vacuum cleaner to vacuum the floor to keep the carpet, to find them. And one of them didn't get found with vacuuming the floor. Strangely enough, I spotted it when I was done vacuuming. We're working on the backpack right here. Oh, also, the trick with the paint, the glue, does work on this. It did take the nib marks off. So, if you want to do this, what you do is you cut it flush. You sand it down the best you can. I'm still using the fingernail buffer to do it with, going through 3 of the 4 sides. I rarely use side 1 because it's a little too coarse in my opinion. Okay, I do side 1, 2, and 3. I mean 2, 3, and 4. Then you hit it with the glue, and then you come back over it with side 3 and 4, and it leaves almost no marks. I even gouged the plastic here accidentally, and it kind of healed it. You can see it, yes. You can see it when glossing, but I'm going to put a clear coat over it, a flat coat, and a few other things, so it's probably going to come out all okay. I'll be back in a bit. We got the torso done. Yay! Yes, these rear veneers are movable. I see I got a tad of silver paint to remove in one spot. I'll get it off there. This rear bright red cover here gave me some trouble. I see one spot I need to fix with it. This beadwork along here, you got to be careful with. Now, I'm going to give you a hint on this big beadwork. Do not nip it off the sprue. Just tear it off. The attachment points to the sprue are tiny. If you tear it off, you have almost... In fact, I didn't clean most of these up. And you can see if I'm start spinning them, they're okay. But don't spin them. You can spin some of them. They're asymmetric, so they fit on here just right. You start spinning them, they're not going to fit right. There's a panel right here that opens for some reason. I don't know why. Under my thumb here. But all in all, you're not going to have a lot of trouble putting together the torso. This panel here was the only thing that opens. It's not real clear on how to do that. So just be careful and you'll be alright. Okay? And the MEK thing or glue works. This stuff leaves a glossy finish that I have to sand off. I don't like it. So I'm going to try some Tamiya extra thin on a couple of spots and see what that does. And I'll let you know. I'll be back in a bit. Well, I've got the completed torso done. A couple of you have told me that this guy is, well, his feet are too small. And that's correct. Without that arm forward, he wants to fall over on his back. He's back heavy. Okay. Then I got the torso done. I tried removing some nib marks with the glue. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. Because the glue leaves a glossy sheen to the plastic that isn't there ordinarily. Yeah. So the glues, and I tried both the Tamiya glue and the Ambroid Pro Weld. They're both no good. Maybe the methyl ethyl ketone works better for that sort of thing. I don't know. I'll have to check. This guy doesn't want to stand up. I'm about to start working on the head. All I have left are 2 pages. 3 really. And then it is decal time. Lots and lots of decals. Oh boy. Decals are stickers, and I'm not sure which I'm going to use where because the stickers are very metallic. I don't think the thing would be that metallic, so I'm most liable to just use pure decals. Now, a couple of you warned me about the sticker for the eye not looking good. I'll be back in a second. I gotta open the box. Okay. A couple of you warned me the sticker for the eye doesn't look any good, but the aftermarket decals came with the decal for the eye, and I put that on there. And that looks much better than that sticker would. And it's probably adhering to the surface much better. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a dab of paint over it or something to seal it. But it's going to be behind this lens, so I don't think it really matters that much. Because it's not going to be exposed to the air or anything. It's going to be locked down and invisible. So I'm going to go ahead and put the head together because it's not that many steps. Well, I might put the head together all but these beads because these beads take a little bit to do. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and start on it. And there's the figure that comes with the kit. And you figure painters out there, he is so tiny. I don't know. We'll see. I might take a stab at it and see what I can do. Because there's a painting guide for him in here. Anyhow, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, everyone. I'm working on the head. There's some alignment issues with the top and bottom of the head I'm having. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little gear ring right inside there. And this is the eye. The decal looks fine on the eye. Now, I'm going to put the camera down, and I'm going to put this in there. And I'm going to put the head together because if you notice on the bottom half of the eye, there is also a gear. So as the head turns, the eye moves. So let me put it together so I can show you how it works. I'll be back in a second. Okay, the old adage, don't force something when you're building models, applies. And I forced it and the eye no longer rotates. That's my fault. Basically, as you turn the head one way, the eye went the other way. That's what the gearing did. I forced it, it went snap, and the gears broke. They are not very strong. This thing isn't fitting together very well, and I got a little impatient. So I paid the ultimate price for my idiocracy. Not really that big of a deal. Okay, I'm going to take it apart and remove that little piece of pink that's inside there, because that's going to be distracting. But anyhow, I'm going to get back to putting it together. I'm going to glue the top and bottom halves of the head together in a minute. I'll be back in a bit. It was really neat when it worked. I forced. That teaches me. See you in a bit. Well, everyone, the Zaku's done. I still have page 17, 18, and 19 to do. Just because I'm done with that doesn't mean I'm done. He's got 3 weapons to build yet, and about 200 decals to place yet. Okay, and yeah, you can see it's tiny. Some of those decals are very, very tiny. I wish I hadn't screwed up the eye gimmick, because it would have been cool to turn his head and have his eye moving. That just upsets me a little bit. Got him where he's standing upright. Now, a couple of warnings. The beadwork around the neck here is difficult. Putting that on is really difficult because there's 2 little flanges that have to go underneath that part. This spiky thing was a little hard to put on as well. So be careful when you get there, and be very careful with the eye gimmick. If it doesn't move the first time you try it, don't force it. I made the mistake of forcing it, and, well, yeah. It looks like he needs an action base. An action stand. Because he's just not going to stand up on his own. Well, anyhow, everyone, I got some decal work to do, as you can see. And I got some weapons to put together. Weapons are liable to get painted because I want them to be metallic, not gray and black. Like the spruce attack. Yeah, I'm a little tired. It's a little on the tired side tonight. And the Heat Hawk, I want to try some painting effects with it. So, the Zaku bazooka, I want to try some effects on the barrel of it. And the Zaku machine gun, some effects on the barrel of it. All preliminary for the old RX-78 sitting over there. It's one of my shelf queens, and this is the summer of shelf queens. I'm going to get to him in a minute. I've been working on the Brocchieri Cruiser as my shelf queen right now. It's ready for primer. Video for that will be coming up soon. I haven't made much video because there hasn't been much movement on it. Once I start painting it, there will be movement. There's probably only going to be 1 or 2 videos on the Brocchieri, other than what's already posted. And I'll bring those up to date pretty soon. Anyhow, I'm going to get moving because there isn't too much left with this. Probably another hour worth of assembly, half-hour worth of assembly, some painting, and a couple hours of decals, and a couple of hours of weathering. So he's probably got 3 or 4 hours left to this whole build. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. I just wish I hadn't broken the eye. Be back in a bit. We've arrived at the hotel. We have a view of an old aircraft carrier right there. Ocean. Unfortunately, no beach. There is no beach there. Okay? We can sit and look at water, though. We have a nice dirt lot. We have a roof. And we have refineries off to the left. So the view isn't 100% great, but it's not 100% bad either, you know? And again, we got the beach right there. Well, not beach, but we got the ocean right there. There's no beach right there. And again, yeah, I don't mind looking at an aircraft carrier over there. Whoa. We have a balcony. And we have a BB. And Mom. And I'm hungry.
Me too.
So I think we should go find some food somewhere.
Like coconuts? Coconuts?
You want coconuts? BB nuts?
You don't eat meat.
I don't eat BB? I don't want to eat BB. It's probably tough and stringy. We've got a big ship over there. We got ships everywhere over here. Yeah, we do.
And a big ship over there.
Yeah, that's the aircraft carrier Lexington, BB. It's from World War II.
I don't know where's the captain.
I want to go look at that.
The captain. And the ship.
All right, folks. Just a quick video clip of where we're at. We have beach. We have people, not beach, sorry, we have ocean. I got to remember that's not beach. That's ocean. We got people in little pedal carts and all sorts of stuff like it's a beach, but it's not. All right, back in a little while.
I want to be... I don't want to stay out.
So what you doing?
I like these dresses.
So you're posing in the middle of the dresses?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you got to actually pose in the middle of the dresses instead of crawl around on the floor. There we go. It's Monster Fur BB. All right, remember on the last video, Nellie was like, I get to go to the mall. Guess where we're at? The mall. And Nellie bought boots and a dress and a pretty shirt, right? Mm-hmm. So see, we took care of Nellie before everyone. And BB got 2 dresses and 4 shirts and a banana. Didn't you, BB? And what did John get?
A shirt and a hat and $150 pants.
And I paid $26 for all 3.
Okay, keep it. Just
Alright everyone, I don't know if you can tell by looking out the camera, but this bridge is changing colors. The video camera is probably going to wash it out some because I think those are LED lights on that bridge. It's washing it out a little bit, but not much.
But you can tell how it changes colors.
Yeah, you can. We spotted that. I spotted it from about 3 miles away, and we just had to come over here and take a look at it and see what it looked like. It's kind of neat. And we got cars coming up behind us. They're not happy with us where we stopped.